And we are back, folks. Sorry, having a few audio difficulties there. We finally got that straightened out and we're ready to go. Team Switzerland on the attack, no score. 2 minutes gone here in the first period. It's Team Switzerland in the red, going left to right on your screen, versus Team Italy in the white jerseys. The very stylish white jerseys, may I add, and they are going right to left on your screen. And that will go for icing. There'll be a face-off to the right of the Italian goalkeeper, Trina Pirone. Pirone getting the start today for Team Italy. Orgera played the game yesterday. And away comes the speedy Davidson. That's up the boards to Rudiman. She can't handle it. And Carney will send that back in for the Italians. Away come Team Switzerland. That's knocked down there by Fiaccola. Luisa Fiaccola will get that deep, and the Italians will go for wholesale changes. Out comes Romano with Mile and Spina. That looks to be too many players on the floor for Team Switzerland, as they are caught on the change there. As Nicki Minaj blares over the speakers here at the Glacier, the girls are ready to go. And so it's Jenmore Mile, Big Bruna, Mariano, and Davidson on this power play. As the Great Britain men's team head behind us there. There's Salvatore. She'll run this power play all day. More Mile with the shot. That's off the goaltender. Looks to be Locatelli in net down there. Shot wide of the goal. Well, that's Blazer back in net. Salvatore. Shot from the side. That squirts loose. Mariano turns it over. And that's hammered down the floor. And Team Italy will retreat. Oh, that's fine. Team Italy will retreat. And is Spina. Spina, she's met there by Apostolos. Taken away by Mazzarello. Very dangerous Mazzarello for Italy. It's back here for Romano. Romano sends it wide for Spina in front. Mozzarella, Spina. And that's hammered wide there by Carnevale. Picked up by Oliveira. Oliveira out. Romano keeps that in. Back we come again, and that's drifted high but blocked by Carnevale. Here's Romano. Romano backhands that in. Carnevale across the floor for Mazzarello. Mazzarello shot, and that's saved by Blazer. Back out in front again, and another save off the stick this time of Carnevale. So Team Italy pushing hard here. Off the draw, it's more Melee. She'll lose the handle. And retreating is Carney, and she is pursued there by Yanchik. That's around the boards. Picked off by Godin. Big shot by yesterday. Oh, and a huge save down there by Trina Perrone. And there's a huge pileup down there. Here's Yanchik on the draw. That's one back here for Chevalier. That's blocked in front. Cannavale. And that's around for Mariano. Met by Janchik. Mazzarello. Stopped by Chevalier. And Reevy hammers that one wide on the one-timer. Carnavale chips it out. Kept it at the blue line by Reevy. That goes back around to Vivaro. Vivaro sends that up. Chevalier keeps it in. Oh, knocked off the stick of Vivaro by big Yanchik. Yanchik, shot! Very cool, calm, and collected there, Trina Perrone, as she makes the save. Hi, ladies. Welcome. Come on in. We're going to get you on the tape here. Okay, so I know I've got Sarah Smith, but who else is here?
Amanda Williams.
Amanda Williams! Oh, and I wonder if your listeners are still paying attention. They've been begging for you all week.
Really?
Yeah, dying for Panda on the broadcast. I'm not sure what the deal is.
Yeah, you got a panda and a monkey.
Panda and monkey. We got a zoo going on up here, Tatey. So, ladies, quickly, for anyone who doesn't know, we're joined by a couple of members of Team Great Britain, ladies team. Just had a hard-fought loss against Greece. I thought you guys played very well. How did you guys feel about the game?
I thought, yeah, we improved majorly on the last game.
Oh, well, sure,
And
yeah.
then once we took the lead, kind of got carried away maybe, lost our heads a little bit.
We've got things to work on from it. Yeah. Positives and negatives to take from the game.
Yeah, I think the game could have went either way. I think they scored on a really nice shot for one of their goals. Scramble on the last one. Can't really remember the second one off the top of my head, but I thought you guys did a good job rebounding from yesterday's game after what happened, and I am sure you must be taking the positives from that.
Yeah, our girls were great right up to the end of the game. They just kept on going.
It was a great experience.
Yeah. And what's your next game?
Czech.
The Czechs?
Czechs tomorrow.
And have you played them before? No?
No, we haven't.
You haven't? So both of you guys, is your first time with the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. And how's the experience been so far?
Oh,
Really
great.
good. It's
Yeah,
great, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
a brilliant
it's
team to
fantastic.
be a part of.
Yeah. You guys seem to be having a lot of fun anyway.
Yeah.
You've seen us in the stands
It's
having
fantastic.
a party.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's the plan for the rest of the day for you guys now?
We're going to get a taste of Newfoundland, apparently, get screeched in.
Oh, really? Well, enjoy that. There's a little joke when you go up, talk to the guy, a real big guy up there. His name's, I should probably tell you this off camera. Real big guy's named Steve Power. He's running the show up there. Tell him that Newfoundlanders don't really drink that stuff.
Okay.
Say, we have on good authority that you guys don't even drink this stuff.
Chris said.
Well, he used to be my hockey coach, so he can say what you like. But
Okay.
girls, thanks for stopping in. And if we get a chance, I'm going out drinking with the Great Britain team once this is all over. So I just want you guys to know.
Yeah, beach party. Bring your hula skirt and your coconuts.
I will. Thanks for stopping in, ladies.
Thanks, bye.
See you now. All right, folks. And we just had a couple members of the Great Britain squad drop in and visit us here. Back to the game at hand. 7:51 remains. Davidson will send that deep. Recovered by Chevalier. She sends the big bomb out for Marie-Eve Reevy. That's hammered deep. Away comes Mormile, and the back referee has a penalty called here. But Carnevale buries it for the Italians. And it is now 1-0 Italy. So on the delayed penalty call, as Jen Mormile was tripped behind the net, Elisabetta Carnevale picks up the ball and deposits it behind the Swiss netminder. It's Salm for the Swiss, and she runs into the brick wall, also known as Diane Salvatore. We've got a shout out coming in over the wire here to Annalisa Mazzarello, number 17, Team Italy. Congratulations on your goal. You're doing great. From Zia, Barbara, Uncle Greg, Emma, and Zachary in Ottawa. So thanks very much, guys, for sending that in. Elio Pascuzzo and some members of the Italian men's national team over cheering on their girls. The Swiss men's team notably absent, and that's because they are currently playing a game, or I played a game this morning, against France, and they just finished up at the other arena. But they've been here all week supporting each other. That's sent in off Perone's shoulder, and she'll hold on for a whistle. And that face-off's won by Chirik. Sent out for Janczyk. Janczyk with the big bomb. Sends it across. Janczyk hammers that, and that's blocked by Mormile. On the right side now, back for Janczyk. Janczyk across. It's for Chevalier. That's in deep for Godin. Godin for Chirik. Reevy parked in front. That's back for Janczyk. Across, and a great diving stop there from Jen Mormile. Gets a few drum taps from Elio Pascuzzo. Shot by Reevy off the blocker of Perone. Davidson recovers, and she clears that out and down with 50 seconds left in the first period. Back come Team Switzerland. And it's Romano. Romano runs up against the massive Sabrina Knoll, a huge defender down there in the corner, and she just runs Romano out of real estate. There's Lillian Salm. Salm sends that in. Back here for Berchtold. And that's picked up by Mile, and she's in a race for it, but that's going to roll harmlessly to the goaltender. With 11 seconds left, there'll be a face-off to the left of the Swiss net. Face off deep in the Swiss zone. The aforementioned Annalisa Mazzarello on the draw. Mariano chips it back to the point where Carney is there. Carney runs into Rats. Carney And Carnevale off the bench here as the Italians get their full complement of players back. Salm goes sliding on the floor. And we've got a stoppage in play as the ball went out of play, and there will be a face-off just outside the Italian blue line. Hello, can I get a shout out to Annalisa Speedy Romano from Romeo, Torna, and Lori Muia. Well, there it is, guys. And she's playing great so far here. Shout out to our best friend, Trina Perrone. We're so proud of you. You're playing awesome, and she sure is. That's from Trina and Nat. Off the side of the net. And after that again is Noel. Out front. And that's cleared away. Recovering to get that, Laura Tan. Laura Tan sends that up ahead for Gensian. One-time shot right off the face of Carney. She's still trying to figure out what happened. And Spina almost gets away there. Spina, sorry. Spina. D-to-D pass. That's Kapnecchia, Christina Kapnecchia. She's actually the one that took that slap shot in the face. Romano met on the back check by Mueller. In around the back of the net. And away come the Swiss. Hit the red line. Sent across for Stoffel. Stoffel met there by Foti. Leanne Foti, who was also up here in the broadcast area a little while ago, said hello before the game. Wanted to let everyone know who's watching back home that they're getting all your messages. Big slap shot there from 17, Chirig. Diving play there by Mazzarello. I'm sorry, by Spina. It's 2:54 remains here in the first period. Can we also get a shout out to Deanna Vivaro from Marina? Good job. Absolutely. And that's from Marina Mongili. And from all the friends and family back home. Reevy in there, Marie-Eve Reevy. That shot wide of the net, and here's Davidson. Davidson sends that to the blue line no further. Kept in by Chevalier. And back to retrieve that is Yako. Yako around the net, pursued by Davidson. That's some interference there. That'll be let go by referee Ian Hollett, the lone Newfoundlander refereeing in these championships. Jen Mormile turns it over for Davidson. Davidson sends it deep for Mariano. Cleared back out here. It'll be played by Deanna Vivaro. Marie Revi sends that. That's tipped and in behind the net where Christina Kapnecchio will recover. And she'll stand back the other way. Away comes Mazzarella. Knocked down by Salm. Salm, very good player here for this Swiss squad. Chased down by Rats. Back out for Berchtold. Berchtold met by Mariano. Another one of these big bruising forwards for the Italians. And the ball is frozen along the boards. Take a quick break and head back to the emails to the brick wall. Deanne Salvatore, keep it up. Team's playing great. Kudos to the team and coaches. And that's from Deanne, or Diane's mom, Linda. Mom and dad in Richmond Hill. That one rolls harmlessly to Perrone as she jumps on that and freezes it. And with the 1:10 to play in the first, Team Switzerland will have a face-off deep in the Italian zone. That's sent wide. In after it is Mile. She runs into Big Noel. And the ball sent down the floor. Back to get it. And it's picked off by Spina. Turns it over. Linda Spina, who was our guest yesterday after the game. Very nice lady from the Italian team. That sent the link to the floor, and that'll be whistled for icing with 26 seconds remaining here in the first period. Big game coming up here at the Glacier later tonight as Canada and the Czech Republic face off in what is sure to be a very, very intense matchup. And we should have a very good crowd on hand for that one. Over in the corner, Davidson battles with Stoffel. Davidson comes away with the ball. Davidson poke checked. Here's more Mile. Has that off her stick. And with 6 seconds to play, Scherig will kill the clock and send that one down to Pirone. And that'll do it for the first period action here between Team Italy and Team Switzerland, with Italy leading the game 1-0. Thanks again for tuning in, folks, on Bell Line Community One, home for your 2013 World Ball Hockey Championships. And we'll take a quick break for the first intermission. We'll be right back. And we're back for the second period of play here between Team Italy and Team Switzerland. Ball deep in the Italian zone. Shot. Big save, Perrone. Off the stick of Rivi. Face off to the right of Trina Perrone, excuse me. And away we go again. Janczyk with Godin. Godin to Janczyk. Janczyk for Rivi. Back here for Chevalier. Chevalier sends it deep. Vivaro. And that's sent all the way down there. Iced by Linda Spina. Face off to the left of Trina Perrone. It'll be Jen Mormile against Lillian Salm. That's rimmed on the win. Over here for Fiacola, the captain, doesn't get quite that far. Salvatore's there. Fiacola. And they're battling with Chantel Ratz. Ratz in front for Salm. Salm, the gritty forward. She's held there by Foti. Foti battling hard. That's chipped up and out. Hard work again by Davidson. This Davidson certainly flies. She picks it off, walks in, shoots, and that's off the outside of the post. Great work by Davidson. Revi sends it back. Here's Ratz. Ratz gains the blue line, turns, and she's greeted there by Carnevale. Sheila Berchtold lets that fly. And Trina Perrone hangs on for the whistle. And we will have a face-off to the left of Trina Perrone with 13:09 remaining here in the second period. This is a very important game in the women's Group E, as both of these teams need a victory to increase their hopes of advancing. Here's Noel. Noel sends it in front. And Gainsland can't come up with it. Now it's Fiacola. Fiacola turns it over for Rudeman. Rudeman walks, turns it over. Big blast from the point by Luritan. But that misses the net. That's sent out. Mariano's there. She's greeted by Gainsland. And that's sent wide. And here's Carnevale again. Carnevale caught up by Gradle. Carnevale with a great effort. And that's out to center ice. Vivaro turns it over. Vivaro for Mile. Noel sends that space pass there, a little too far for Lortan. Dumped in. Hits the back leg of Oliveria. Still offside. Vivaro rims it around for Kapnecchia. Kapnecchia sends it out for Spina. Nice moves by Sherrick. Sherrick hooked, and there will be a penalty. Penalty upcoming to Diana Vivaro, and she'll be whistled for hooking at the 3-minute, 28-second mark of this second period, and Switzerland will go to the power play. Good luck from Big Mariano's brother, Joe Mariano. Go Italy. Back to get that. Chevalier. Chevalier gets the red line. Sends it deep for Reeve. Reeve hard on that. But Kearney will get there first. She'll send it around for Davidson. And Davidson will send it the rest of the way. Aileen Blazer out to stop that. And Switzerland will come out of the zone. That's deep in to the Italian zone. Played up there to the blue line where Chevalier comes up with it to Janczyk. Janczyk sends it back in. Chevalier across for Reeve. Reeve for Janczyk. Janczyk fires. And that's just wide of the goal. Back in front, shot. Cherig is absolutely robbed by Trina Perrone in the Italian goal. That's a massive save there with 45 seconds remaining. And oh, that's a bad hit. Mormile hammers down Chevalier there. And Switzerland will go to the two-man advantage. And Mormile goes off, holding the call. Regardless, the Swiss will have a two-player advantage here now for 36 seconds. Berchtold for Knoll, and that goes wide. Back here for Knoll. Knoll for Berchtold. Berchtold fires. Perrone with the save. Back for Berchtold. Berchtold for Knoll, who fans on that, but it gets through. And sent out and into the glass by Fiaccola. That's not a penalty here in the ball hockey world. Well, Salm will face off with Davidson. Davidson comes away with that, sends it out and down the floor. Back with it here is Brutin. Brutin sends it ahead for Salm. Davidson hard in the back check. Here's Salm. She shoots. Perrone looks behind her, doesn't know where it is, but it's caught up in her gear. And that's another save for Trina Perrone. That's fired in, blocked by Salvatore. Back to grab that is Janczyk. Janczyk sends it around. Some Swiss supporters showing up here a little late to the game. Better late than never, I say. Here's Reeve. Reeve walks, sends it in a little too far for Cherig. 45 seconds and the one-man advantage remaining. Janczyk can't find the handle. Gets it deep. That's deflected wide. Carnevale on it, but not out. Another hard shot. It squeaks through the pads of Perrone, but out the other side. Carnevale gets it out and down. And Perrone, they say you got to be good to be lucky, lucky to be good. And she's certainly living proof of that here right now. Sent ahead for Reeve. Reeve met there by Kearney. Chips it in for Cherig. Cherig gonna send it back for Reeve. Reeve in for Cherig. Cherig hits Janczyk. Janczyk walks, fires. Perrone can't find it, but a great job down there in front by Kearney. And she's slow to get up, but she's all right. Great job taking away the stick in front of the net by Kearney there. .807 remains here in the second period. Italy still with a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal, 21 for Switzerland, 8 for Italy. Face off, Somm comes back here for Steiner. Steiner keeps it in. Linda Spina picks it up. Jumps, bounces in for Foti. Foti sends that off the rear end of Brutin. Back in. There's a bit of a dive there by Somm, who might have gotten away with it. Might have been a penalty called. If not, that would have been a trip, though. And a holding call here. And it's going to be Leanne Foti headed off for holding. So Switzerland back to the power play. And it's going to be Rivi with Cherik, Knoll, Janczyk, Chevalier. Sorry, that's Gaudin, not Knoll. Knocked down there by Janczyk. Nice play. Chevalier fires, and big save by Perrone again. And what a great job by the Italian defenders not allowing Gaudin and Cherik in for the rebound. So Cherik will line up for the draw against Mormile. Mormile with a great job there to pick that up and send it down. And back to receive it is Chevalier. And that's going to be a glove pass from Mormile to Davidson. Couple more emails coming in here. Sarah Davidson and Team Italy, great first period. Amazing teamwork, keep up the pressure. Watching, cheering you on from Vancouver. It's Jill, Alex, and Travis. And Sarah's played great here this tournament thus far, guys, so you should be very proud of her. Sent in. Oh, and a turnover. Oh, and number 82, Andrea Stoffel. Can't find the handle. Back here for Knoll. 1:22 remain on the power play. In for Brutin. She shoots off a foot. Rebound. That bounces away. Perrone managing to keep that out. Out here for Knoll. Knoll for Berchtold. Berchtold has a lane. Berchtold walks, shoots. Perrone makes the save. Can't find the rebound. Doesn't matter. Cleared out. And it's passed back and all the way down the ice by Carol Brutin. As that gets away from the Swiss power play. Forward again, we have 3-on-2 developing. Brutin waits too long, and somebody's able to get in front of that one. 40 seconds remain on the power play. Here's Berchtold. She's back for Chevalier. Chevalier sends it for Brutin. Brutin, Chevalier. Chevalier almost slips, regains her balance. She's got Janczyk over here. Chevalier lets it fly. Perrone with the save. Rebound there. Another great job by Salvatore to keep the Swiss attackers out on the rebounds. So a crease violation is called, and there'll be a face-off outside the Italian blue line. Chipped ahead by Mormile. Sent down the floor by Mormile again, and back to retrieve it is Gradle. Barbara Gradle. Hansel and Gradle. Sends it ahead. And Kearney is pursued by Gainsland. Gains a Gradle. Loses the handle. Back to even strength. Here's Mariano. Gradle lets that one fly, and that zips and zags all the way in. Here's Salm. Salm battling in front. That's knocked away by Kapanekia. And Kearney wins another battle down there in the corner. Turns it over, though. Chirik fires it at the net. And that's fired down the ice. Icing waved off as that hits a Swiss player on the way. 27 saves now for Trina Perrone, as the Swiss have just been firing relentlessly at the Italian net. Perrone standing strong, chipped ahead there by Epithellos. That just gets past Oliveira. Back for Chirik. Chirik with a nifty move. She's got Stoffel and Oliveira with her. Chirik sends it out wide. Here's Oliveira. Oliveira for Chirik. Sent back out. That's picked off. And we've got an odd man rush developing here as Fiacola is away with more melee. And that's broken up by the Swiss D. Fiacola sends that for Vivaro. And they're battling in front of the Swiss bench. That's sent down the floor. Back to retrieve Epithellos. Epithellos goes for a change. Leaves that for Yako. Yako. Emily Yako. Sent wide. Melee on the back check. Romano, Melee, Davidson. Haven't seen a lot of Romano tonight as Italia not with many power plays. Play deep in the Swiss zone. Italy trying to get back on the offense here. That's sent out and away come the Swiss again. It's Reeve. Reeve ahead for Janczyk. Janczyk, Reeve, Godin away for the Swiss. Janczyk sends it out front. Reeve all alone there. Ball doesn't come to her. Janczyk for Godin. Godin walks. Reeve just misses wide. She does a great job to get open high there. Janczyk over there on Spina. Spina loses the battle. Is back, drifted in towards goal, tipped wide of Trina Perrone. Reeve sends it in deep for Janczyk. Back for Reeve. Nice give and go. And another big save by Trina Perrone in the Italian net. 2:33 remains here in the second period from the Mount Pro Glacier. Come on, Switzerland, the little brother of Mold Godin. The video doesn't work. We have a black screen. Well, it's working on our end as far as we know. You may want to restart. If anyone else is having video problems, please let us know. .2:15 remains. Sent wide for Chirik. Salm joining the rush with Rats. Rats in on the forecheck. Rats turns it over. But Favero. Oh, and Berchtold tries to play with her foot. She misses. The very dangerous Carnevale is in there with more melee. Carnevale is still working towards goal. Carnevale, wraparound. That's stopped by Blazer. Big hit down there by Fiacola. She sends it out front for Mamile. And Salm with a nice play on the back check. And a little scrum ensues there in the slot between the fiery Jen Mormile and Lillian Salm. Jen Mormile plays this game with an edge. You got it like that. So with the crease violation, the play will move outside. And back to retrieve that is Noel. Noel sends it up. Off the stick of Fiacola. 1:20 remains here in the second period. Noel chips that ahead. But that's knocked down by Davidson. That's in for Mile. Mile runs into Gradle. Mile. And that's poked away by Sabrina Noel. Sabrina Noel ahead for Rudiman. Rudiman can't get it out of the zone. Back for Noel. Noel chips that ahead. Rudiman has another opportunity. Can't get it out. As Romano knocks that down. Annalisa Romano, very good offensive player. Hasn't had much opportunity this game as they've been on the penalty kill for a lot of it. That's down to Perrone. And she'll stop that and hold on with 30.6 seconds remaining in the second period. As mentioned, folks, you can follow us on Twitter at 2013WBHC. Also available through email, 2013WBHC@gmail.com. Face off here between Chirig and Mormile. That's chipped ahead. Stoffel knocked off the ball by Mozzarella. Mariano knocking the ball away from Chirig. Sends that out to Apotholos. And that'll do it for the second period here. It's Team Italy 1, Switzerland 0. The story so far, Trina Perrone, 28 saves through 2. Take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we're back for period number 3 between Team Italy, Team Switzerland. As the American women's team here behind us are getting ready for their next game, which is coming up right after this one against Team Slovakia. So that should be a good test for the Americans, as the Slovaks looked very, very good yesterday. 20 seconds in, face-off will be to the right of Italian goalkeeper Trina Perrone, who is her team's saving grace here today, as she has made 28 stops through 2 periods of play. And it's Godin. Godin off the draw to Jančić. Jančic's got a shot there. That's blocked by Mormile. Jančić, watched by Jen Mormile. To Rivi, and that's gloved down by Trina Perrone, who has been absolutely fantastic in the Swiss goal, or the Italian goal, excuse me. Cherik and Mormile on the draw. That rolls to Perrone. Picked up back there by Salvatore. She brings it around. Here's Davidson. Davidson held down there by Rates. That's good defense by Rates. Set down front. Here's Mile. And she's caught from behind by 77 for Switzerland, Carol Brutin. Back for Fiaccola. Fiaccola sends it in for Mile, as her and Mormile get off for a change, as does Davidson. Great job to get a change in there while keeping the ball deep. Here's Carney. Carney turns it over, and here's Salm. Salm, her team's player of the game yesterday, is caught from behind by Romano. A great job on the back check by Annalisa Romano, and turns back the other way. Romano hollering for the ball, but Spina can't get it to her. There's Futi. And it looks like we're going to have offsetting high sticking penalties here. One going to Mile, and the other, I believe that's Gradle going off for Switzerland. So it'll be 5-on-5 here, with 13:20 to play. Shots on goal, Switzerland 30, Italy 12. There's Mazzarello. She sends a harmless-looking one in on Blazer, and that nearly gets through. Mazzarella out front. Aileen Blazer, quick to pounce on that one. There's Mazzarello. That's back around to Chevalier. She sends that all the way around for Jančić. Rivi hollering for it. Rivi gets the blue, and Godin is driving hard to the net. Caponecchia meets Rivi, and now tied up with Mariano. Rivi, Mariano. Couple of moves by Jančić. Jančić shoots. That goes wide. Rebound Godin. Perrone and Vivaro tangled up down there. Back around to Chevalier. Shot just off the outside of the net, and Perrone jumps back looking for that one. She can't get it. Here's Vivaro. Vivaro turns it over to Rivi. Rivi loses her stick in the process. Godin. Godin now with time, sends it in front. Rivi scores! Mold Godin sends it in front for Marilyn Jančić. And it's 1-1. They finally solved the riddle that is Trina Perrone. And the Swiss tie it up here at 1 in this very important Group E matchup. And this is setting up for a great finish with 12:23 remaining Great work by Marie-Eve Reve to keep that ball deep. Go down with a great pass, and Janchik, no doubt about it, 1 times at home. And we've got a brand new game. Retreating here, Steiner. Steiner sends it ahead. More melee. More melee poke checked for Kearney. And that's deep for Berchtold. Berchtold sends that long, knocked down by Romano. And Kearney picks it up for the Italians. Kearney chips that deep past a sliding Steiner. Berchtold in to pick it up. Kearney keeps coming. Kearney walks out. Romano, time, shoots it just over the net. Spina turns, fires. Kearney puts it in, but the referee waves that off. There will be no goal, as he had already made the decision to blow the whistle. Oh, a crease violation is the call on the play. So it's Romano, Davidson, Fiacola, and breaking through again is Cherik. Cherik sends it across, and Stoffel has a glorious opportunity, but Perrone comes across there to knock that away. Stoffel working down low. Stoffel for Cherik. Cherik battling in front is Romano at number 14, Olivieri. Great battle. And that's cleared out. And the speedy Davidson is away. Here's Davidson. And she's got a back checker on her tail. That's Mueller, Francisca Mueller, who we haven't seen a lot of. More melee is hit there on the way by. Sent out to the middle. Favero back in. Carnevale turns that over to Noel. Carnevale with the push from Apatelos from behind. Carnevale comes up with it. Carnevale loses it. Apatelos again. And that's back here for Mueller as the Swiss coach tries to get a third defense pair out there for give his other girls a break. And Mueller will line things up here. Some confusion there between Mueller and Chevalier on the breakout. Mazzarello takes advantage. Mazzarello drives towards the net. Saved by Blazer, who holds on for a whistle. 10:02 remains in the third period, tied at 1. .10:02 remains. In deep, Chevalier. Chevalier sends it high and long. Kearney and Godin come together in the middle of the ice. Kearney, Godin kicks that ahead. And Reeve is now on it, and she's met there by Spina. Here's Yako. Yako sends it ahead for Janchik, the goal scorer. And back there is Fiacola. Fiacola on Janchik. Janchik working her way to the front of the net. This line here, Janchik, Reeve, Godin, really using their strength here in the third period. Janchik tries to fire it ahead, but that's blocked there and sent out to the blue line. Yako tries to keep it in. That's chipped beyond her. Chevalier pursued by Mile. And the Swiss and the Italians will both go for a change. Ribbed around. Janchik there. She comes together with Salvatore. Rats in a race. And Mormile gets away with the potential high stick. And back come the Italians. Italy coming up the floor, picked up by Sam. Sam fires that just wide of Perrone. Sam in back on the ball. Sam walks, fires. That's through the feet of Salvatore. A shot from the left side is no good. Now with it, cutting to the goal, number 16. That's Steiner. Rats comes together hard with more Melee again. And here's Melee, and she chips it out. And Salm is back to receive it. 8 minutes left in this nail-biter here at the Glacier Arena. Here's Berchtold. Berchtold sends that in. Chipped ahead by Brutin. Vivaro, excuse me. To her partner, and that's chipped ahead and out. And here's Salm. Salm, good wheels there, comes together with Carnevale. And the interference is the call. I don't know. I don't know if that's interference. I think Salm had the ball. Regardless, Carnevale is going to sit for 2 or less. Switzerland will go for the power play. Pat Forsey sends in the message. Just getting home to watch. Good work, ladies. Keep it going. Janczyk with a shot from the blue line. Reeve with the backhander weak on to Perrone. Reeve wanted to get some more on that. Godin having something explained to her by the official. Janczyk across. That's back in. Janczyk, Chevalier working the back, working the point here. Janczyk sends it in for Reeve. Pass not on her stick. And that's sent out and down by Futi. Romano pursues and then goes off for the change. Janczyk sends it ahead. Varvaro. Godin chips it up for Cherik. Cherik gains the blue. Ahead for Godin. Cherik can't knock it down. Here's Cherik again. Cherik turns it over, and that's sent the length of the floor by Davidson. 6:53 remaining. And that's sent forward. Cherik trying to pick that off. Here's more Melee. She'll send that ahead and down the floor. Janczyk. Wide side here. She is Berchtold. Switzerland gained the blue. Berchtold. And that's cut down and sent the length of the floor by Jen Moore Melee. And here's more Melee, short-handed. Berchtold back to break that up. More Melee, battling hard. Shot by more Melee. Bounces off the stick of Melee into the corner. And Noel will settle that down as the penalty expires. We're back to even strength. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to play here in the third period. Berchtold ahead for Salm, and that's picked off. And back goes Mazzarello. Mazzarello with a chance here. Mazzarello puts that deep. She sends it in front. As Carnevale and Berchtold both crash in to Aline Blazer. (1-1) remains the score. 5:36 left here. Shots are 33-17. Switzerland have doubled Italy in shots. Caponecchia shot is blocked, and that gets past Vivaro. On the pursuit is Oliveira. Oliveira comes together there. Here's Stoffel. Stoffel helping out. That's shipped ahead by Caponecchia. Vivaro's there. Cherik. Oliveira Here's a chance for Stoffels. She shoots. Just rolls that one wide of the cage. And on that is Cherig. Cherig battling down low with Kapneckia. And she rims it for Mariano. Bruna Mariana. Mozzarella on a break with Carnevale. Carnevale. And that's got to be a penalty, and it is. Elbow call for Apatelos. 4:54 remains. Switzerland, who've been on the power play all game, finally get dinged for one. And that's the right call by the official. Carnevale had a good head of speed, and she was knocked down in her tracks. So Mariano comes out undoubtedly to play the net front presence, and she'll join Davidson, Mormile, Carney, and Salvatore, the dangerous Italian power play that we've only seen once tonight. So here's Mormile on the draw. Mormile to Davidson, back to Salvatore. Davidson brings it towards the net, across for Carney, and that's broke down. Davidson, backhand, back for Salvatore. Salvatore waiting, sends in deep for Mormile. Mormile fires, and that's into the corner. Mariano for Mormile. Mormile to Salvatore. One-timer and a great block by Lillian Salm. Sacrificing the body. Rudiman tangled up there with Carney. Back for Mormile. Mormile walks around Salm, out of position, and a big save by Aline Blazer. 1:16 remaining in the power play, 4:10 in the game. Here we go again, fired out, but not down. Here's Romano. Romano holds. Romano across for Mazzarello. Mazzarello puts that deep for Carnevale. Carnevale out front for Spina, and that's shipped away. Switzerland could have had a 2-on-1, but that's dumped. They decide to change. Romano and Stoffel will race for it. 3:43 remaining. 45 seconds left in the Italian power play. Stoffel's down there on that. She's met by Mazzarello. Mazzarello walks through. Romano tries to clear it down. Fired back in. Takes a wild bounce by Mueller. Franziska Mueller and Switzerland putting the pressure on, although they're shorthanded. And here comes Annalisa Mazzarello again, and she's poke checked by Francesca Mueller. Mueller's away. She's got Salm headed towards the net. Two of them are caught now. Back come the Italians. Here she comes. It's Salvatore. Salvatore makes a big move at the blue line. Salvatore's got Mormile. Passes in her feet. And here's Cherig. Cherig with 3 seconds left in the Swiss penalty will send it down. And that'll do it. No, that should not be called icing. The officials got that one wrong. There was still time on the clock when she shot that down. Face-off goes back to the right of Swiss goaltender Aline Blazer. So it's Mormile on the draw. Mormile, Davidson. Fiacola out there. Davidson all alone in front. She shoots. Robbed by Blazer. Mormile can't get there. And that's a goal! Carney from the blue line. Christina Carney lets the floater go from the blue line. And if I'm the Swiss coach, I'm a little upset. A blown icing call of potential goaltender interference down there. And now you're down 2-1. But those are the breaks you get in this game, or don't get, as is the case. So with 2:38 to play, Italy leads 2-1. So the Swiss will try and regroup here. 2:38 left to play. Lots of time. But they've got to get over the crushing blow of that goal. We'll see what kind of resolve they have here. Mormile credited with an assist on the goal. Oh, sloppy play there by Brutin. Back to pick that up was Steiner. She sends it ahead. Here's Noel. Noel. And Perrone stops that one and hangs on for her 34th save of the game. So Trina Perrone, certainly the story here for Team Italy in this one. So Somm is out there now with Brutin and Rats. Chevalier and Steiner on the point. And Davidson sends that one ahead. Steiner back. Fiacola goes down. And the Swiss pulling their goalie with 2 minutes to play and the ball in their zone. Curious tactics for sure. Player falls on the ball. There will be a whistle. Reeve will be the extra attacker when Blaze are able to get out of the net. There's Davidson. She sends it in deep. Cavalier back to pick that up. Great battle by Mazzarello in there. Mazzarello shoving off the much bigger Chevalier. Salvatore sends it in. Mazzarello for Davidson. Italy doing a great job killing the clock. Mormile comes for a change. Mazzarello doing a fantastic job down low for Davidson. Davidson shoots. That's wide. Romano's there. Romano keeps that deep. Apatello's. Throws Mazzarello down. There'll be no call. She lands on the ball. There'll be a face-off outside the Swiss blue line. Steiner sends that the length of the floor. Sent back by Team Italy. Steiner back, 46 seconds to play. And that's a turnover as the goalie goes to the bench. Carnevale with the empty net. That's blocked. Here's Rats. Rats knocks that away. Brutin for Reeve. Reeve on the ball. Reeve with the move on Carney. Reeve brings it in. Perrone there again when covers up the ball. With 22 seconds remaining, and Carney, who has the go-ahead goal, will also go to the penalty box for roughing with 22.7 seconds remaining. 22.7 seconds remain. Score 2-1. Italy leads. Switzerland will finish this game on a power play unless they're able to tie it. Reeve on the draw. Scramble draw into the corner with Mormile. Mormile sends it up around. Davidson's there with Chevalier. She chips it in. 14 seconds remain to Reeve. Reeve sends it back here for Steiner. Or Janchik. Janchik across for Chevalier. That's too high. It's in. Reeve's there. Needs to put the ball at the net. Reeve needs to shoot, and that'll do it. As Italy, a very tired Team Italy, come away with a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Switzerland. And the Swiss, obviously, take a hard loss here. Italy wins this one, 2-1. Great game, folks, and stay tuned for our player of the game selections as well as the Italian anthem. We'll be right back. Back with the player of the games. The player of the game for Switzerland, number 90, Marilyn Janchik. And for Italy, the goaltender, number 1, Trina Perrone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as is customary in international hockey, we will respect the anthem of the winning Italians. Well, folks, great day for Italy here at the Glacier as the men's team defeat Great Britain and the women's team defeat Switzerland. So they're the second time today in our 4 games we have heard the Italian anthem. And I must say, it's interesting when you hear another country's national anthem. And there's something when I hear the Italian anthem that makes me feel like I'm at the fair or carnival or something. It's very joyous. I don't know what the words are, but I certainly like to listen to it. So congratulations to Team Italy. Also to Team Switzerland on a very, very well-played game. And they have nothing to hang their heads about. 2-1 could have went either way. So, again, folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back here in a half hour with Slovakia and the United States, the other two teams in this pool. And we'll also be right back here in a couple of minutes with our post-game show. So thank you very much. Okay, and we're back here for the post-game show with Team Italia assistant captain Christina Caponecchia. And Christina, how was that game for you guys?
It was a hard-fought game. We came out strong. We had our first game yesterday against the U.S., and we lost. It was a really close game, but we wanted this win. We wanted it really badly, and we showed our true colors today. We're really proud of ourselves.
Yeah, and you spent a lot of time on the penalty kill in this game. Talk a bit about your penalty killing and how that contributed to the win.
Well, our PK unit is so strong. We know how to get control of that ball. We know how to keep everybody outside of our house. We know about the house. We got to keep them out, and we're really worked on that in the coming months coming towards this tournament, and we're really proud of them. They did a great job today.
Yeah,
they held us in it.
Absolutely, they were fantastic. And your goaltender, how about her?
Trina had a rock solid game. Trina is a stellar goalie, and she played. She held us in. She stood on her head. There's a reason why she got the MVP today. She played amazing.
Oh, absolutely. She was fantastic. So as for yourself, speak a bit about how many times, well, this is the first time Italy's had a team at the Women's Worlds. For yourself, where do you play otherwise, and what led you to here?
Well, this is the first win for Team Italia, so we're very happy. It's a historic occasion for us. First time we're ever in this tournament, and it's our first win. And a lot of us are actually from the Greater Toronto area. I'm from Canada. So we're just really, really happy about this, and we couldn't be prouder of our girls.
Yeah, for sure. And yourself, do you play ice hockey? You play ball hockey year-round? What is the story?
Yeah, so been playing ice hockey since I was a kid, and I actually just started playing ball hockey not too long ago. So it's pretty new for me, but I've adapted pretty well because of the ball hockey experience, and I'm enjoying and loving every minute of it.
And what do you find to be the biggest difference, the biggest challenge making the switch?
Well, it's a lot more running. On the ice you can glide, and that makes it a lot easier. So it's a lot more running, but I like to run and I like to be physical, so it helps me out a lot in this game. And playing with this group of girls was an honor, and I'm very proud of that.
Well, that's awesome. Well, you guys are only getting started. Another big game tomorrow. And leading into that and some of the things that's been going on here, very interactive broadcast we've had, and tons and tons of support from back home for you guys. So I just want to give them a message, let them know that you're getting it, and what's going on out here on the side of Canada, and they're so far away from you guys. So if you have a message for anyone at home.
Well, you guys are far away, but you're very close to us. We feel your presence. We feel your support. We know everybody back home is watching us, and we really, really appreciate all your support over the past few months and over the past few years preparing for this historic occasion. So we owe this win as much to each other as we do to our support at home. So thank you very much. Love you guys.
And an absolutely massive day for Italy. The men's team win, the women's team win. You guys go have some supper, celebrate. Enjoy
Italy's
yourselves.
on top. Grazie.
Right.
Ciao.
Okay.